of fans want to know if I play the video games, because a lot of wrestling fans are video game fans. I think video games are cool, awesome. I mark out at the commercials all the time with the graphics. Personally, I haven't really played anything since like Atari 2600, except when I'm doing competitions, contests for promotions for wrestling. And all the gaming systems I have here in my house, the PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, all that, they send it to me, but there's too many buttons for me. I don't really know what I'm doing. I get a game every once in a while, play it for a little bit till I get so far and I get stuck, and then I quit. It's more for company that's over here, but the old school games, big part of my childhood. I used to always ride my bike to the bowling alley, M66 in Penfield, or other. It was always like one game a year. Moon Patrol one year, Dig Dug one year, even Jump Bug. That was one of the first games I can remember playing. Anyway, Todd, who people who read my website might know him as the inventor of Mood Shuffle.
Yeah, a friend of mine. Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Sonya's brother Todd, and he created, invented, shipped me this present called the VanGaminator, and he can introduce it to you here for real. The real man, this came through his brain, his invention. The VanGaminator has like 5,380 games on it, so you can look up whatever game it is that you want to play. You can't find one that's not on there, and you play it, and a lot of times it's a great thing to have for, you know, guests that are coming over and stuff. What were you saying about Mood Shuffle?
It's something for, we'd like to get on iPods and portable music players. It runs on PCs and Apples right now, and if you've got a bunch of songs and you're tired of skipping around looking for the one you want to play, that's something that'll help you, helps use what you've already listened to and choose what to listen to next, and gets sort of in your mood and helps select songs without you having to do anything. So
that's awesome. I wrote that a little bit about that on my blog, and I had people asking about it. That's the kind of stuff he does. He's a software programmer.
Software engineer, yeah.
Yeah, so he understands a whole different language, stuff that I had no idea how to do. But
I'm not the only one to ever build one of these, but when I was working on one in my garage one time, and Rob had a match in my where I live in Columbus, I thought it'd be cool. I'll have this, you know, half built, and I'll show it to Rob, and I wonder what he thinks. Well, that's before we sort of had a meeting of the minds and what our childhood was all about in gaming. So I had a mocked-up version of an early prototype of something that was just like this. It was screwed together with hockey sticks and on a piece of plywood. And he came home around midnight after his show, and I think we finally left the garage about 5 a.m. after I don't know how many rounds of Moon Patrol and stuff. So yeah,
every time you get down to the game, you go, oh, Shinobi! Is that Shinobi? You look it up, it's on there, you know. It was awesome.
It was like two kids in an all-night long Christmas.
Joust!
Robotron, and so I put it together for, you know, the parts and the labor, and then
Bionic Commando. When you hear the music, it brings you back. I mean, it's one thing to say, oh cool, it's got Moon Patrol, but when you click start, it goes dee 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 dee. Dude, I used to have this game in my bachelor pad when I met Sonya. I had this game, and the main event. You can win the next round. Go for it. Yeah. Dude, I wasted so many quarters on, well, not wasted, invested quarters on this game. Oh, boom, back at me. I keep thinking, wait, what color are my shorts again? Ooh, yeah, see, it's an investment. Lots of fun to have when people are over here. Not that we throw many parties, but you know, this is LA. I've always got friends that are in town visiting, coming through and stuff. When they come over, one of my favorite things to show off in the Casa de Van Dam. And I always ask them, what game did you used to play?
And don't let this fool you. There's no trackball, so no centipede, but this thing comes off.
Plug it in.
Unplug it. So I can make different consoles for whatever games.
Boom! That's pretty
Missile
awesome.
Command, Centipede.
Sweet. Gift from Todd, VanGaminator. Don't you wish you had one? VanGaminator. This is a one of a kind right here. Sonya's brother is a computer genius. Her brother can beat me like everyone.
5,380 to be exact. You see in the Air Mall, you see the one stand-up game in the Air Mall, and it's like
it's got like 5 games.
It's like $4,000, and it's like 500 games. 5,380 games.
It's awesome.
We can never even. I mean, how can you play that many games in your lifetime? I bet everyone won't get played. Think you can play everyone?
No.
That's the mission, dude. Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay, played the most we look for games that we used to play when we were little kids.
Oh wow! I'm waking up early tomorrow, brother.
Every game you can think of, you used to play. This has, and it's awesome because it's arcade. Different joystick boards. We got one with the roller for Centipede. Those kinds of games. A couple different joystick boards, so they just come off, but it's badass, man. And you just stick the quarter in my pocket.
Let's talk about some video games. What were some classics when you were growing up?
Oh, dude, I mean, like, first you start off with the Asteroids, Space Invaders, Donkey Kongs, Pac-Man, stuff like that. You get into the Centipedes and the Moon Patrols and Cuberts, and you move it on up the line, you know, and into like the Pitfalls and the Dig Dugs, and then then Dragon's Lair and some crazy
crazy were those games?
Crazy
games. Remember Space Ace too?
Yeah, Space Ace. I mean, there were some really, really cool games. And then those games started to fade again, and then it came back in to a whole new realm of video games with, you know, the home gaming systems, which everybody fell in love with. You gotta love, you know, way back in the day, starting with ColecoVisions, the Ataris, into the Nintendos, you know, and then you got into these mega game systems with Sega and PlayStation with Sony and all that stuff.
Speaking of Sony, Sonia's home. Check her out.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi, I missed you too.
But seriously, when you take video games from Pong, say, to Grand Theft Auto, you have to say there's been a slight evolution amongst the board there. Yeah, so I'm a video game fanatic. Honestly, it's probably like consumes a third of my day sometimes, depending on if there's a new hot game out or not, and I love it. It's a great time. You got to get outside and play too, but you know.
Now, did you guys bow down to the genius of my brother for making this contraption? He is a genius, and he's raising geniuses, but he makes these, and he's my brother, and he sells them too. He does. They're for sale.
Moon Patrol. This was one of the games I wasted tons of my time on as a kid. Me and Eric Peterson used to ride our bikes to this convenience store and just blow pockets full of quarters on this game. I would usually have about 1 game a year. Hey, you're up. You're playing, dude.
Oh, sweet.
What do we? I used to have about 1 game a year that I used to play as a kid. I don't play modern games, even though I have all the games, all the game systems. It's mostly for company, nieces, whatever. I don't know how to play anything that has more than 2 buttons. Every time my guy, because no matter what you're playing, it's always a guy, right? Justin, whether it's a tank or whatever, you got 1 guy left. It's always a guy. And whenever my guy would die, whenever my game would end, I always went back to the beginning because I had to learn how to perfect and go all the way through to the end instead of continuing, for the most part.
Oh, you cleared it. Sweet.
And what's amazing is you put on a game that you used to play like 20 years ago and you remember your patterns and shit.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike, man. You're
Sure.
forget. Oh, busted.
Sweet. I forgot my pattern.
It's still fun though, right?
Oh, dude.
It's all about
Come
the
on,
fun.
Moon Patrol. I haven't played Moon Patrol in like 20 years. That's the sickest game ever.
Hey.
How many games?
5,380.
We were undershooting at 380 games.
A lot of games. Too many games.
Too many. He's actually making more boards, so there's like he's trying to get the driver one so you can play Spy Hunter.
Nice.
Very cool.
Spy Hunter was
So there's
sick.
gonna be like the VanGaminator part 2.
Oh, there it is. Oh! Wow, it's going from right to left? I thought it went from left to right.
Yeah, you're right.
That's weird. Wow, that's like crazy.
Show you another one of my favorites. Is G before S?
It's after C, and you were at C. So keep going. There you go.
Well, thanks, after I already got it.
I know. I'm trying, brother.
It's either mine or her brother. Her brother's the master of everything. Yeah, I fucked up with all my vegetable. Here's green. Can I get my vegetable and my puka?
There it is. But see, I only played the Nintendo version. I didn't even know they had an arcade version of this.
Let him see it either. If you plug it down the end.
Yep.
Master. stick that doesn't go diagonal.
Yeah, I noticed it had some limitations on it when I was playing some other games.
Yeah, there's different
It's all good.
joysticks. Cool. Fucking VanGaminator. I think we tried to play Paperboy and like, since I don't have the handlebars, I think there was some kind of...
I can see that. I can see that.
Let's check it out.
Punch out, Paperboy.
Delivered.
So rad.
Give it a shot.
Great music.
Oh no.
Oh, little kid on the
Big wheel.
will get you every time.
Dude, I used to love my
I had
big
the
wheel.
Incredible Hulk big wheel.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. Oh, look, it's a hearse. That can't be good.
Oh no. Dude. Remember the training course, dude?
Wow.
Oh.
Sort of sweet.
Didn't really make it through the training course. I think I failed. Register's firing me.
Ready to go?
Dude, I just had main event and I fucking almost there it is. Just for the sound of it.
Wow, the main event. Oh, you didn't have that though? There it is. There's the Bundy guy right here.
You can win the next round. Go for
It's
it.
the main event. Cool.
Did you ever play this one, Justin?
What's that?
Mania Challenge? No, Mania.
Mania.
The other one's like Mania Challenge, which is like the same thing.
The Tato Wrestling Association.
That's it. I'm getting the shit beat out of it. That's what I used to do. Get him with like 3 punches till he's groggy. I can't because it's worth more. Ooh,
That's not good.
the drama
Look.
music. The drama music.
Right.
That means you're in trouble.
You gotta clean the
Oh,
rope.
sweet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way.
Ooh, you didn't like that, did you, motherfucker? Ooh, I'm not a pile driver, bitch. No, too weak.
Wow.
Throw me out. Sweet. Yeah. Dude, this was one of the coolest games ever.
Ever. Oh!
Killed myself on the rope, though. Ooh, how you like it, motherfucker? Ooh, Shinobi, that's a fucking...
That's a great game. Awesome game.
Yeah.
Wow, that's definitely amazing. That's such a good game.
You used to play this, Jamesy?
Gross.
That's gross. Dude, watch this extra challenge
I'm
here.
checking it out. Oh wow, he's real big.
The VanGaminator. SVDs kicking ass, dude. Ooh.
Did you get 2-player?
Yeah.
Dude, that would make you player 2. Are you winning? That you befriended you that $1 for the game. If you lose, I gotta pay your debt because you're my woman. That's how it works.
It's okay. I've got $1 so I think it works out in the conversion rate.
Mr. Mercury's from the south, though, and they do things different down there. Comes Chris Masters.
$1 still on the line?
Yeah. I see you found the water, dude. Good job, man.
Double fight or...
Oh,
sorry.
sorry. Did you die?
Taking some water? No, there's no time for that. Water. There's no time for that.
This isn't really a double fighter.
Fuck away from
Drink the water.
Whoa. Dude, you're hitting the wrong button. Look at the excitement in the room.
There's a tangible buzz.
Excitement in your speaking.
Yay. Clearly.
Game over.
That could be my nickname for you, Hermes. It sounds...
What's the Hermes?
It sounds nice. It's a nice name, Hermes. You ever heard of Hermes? You ever heard that word? Dude, you didn't know you were getting squashed.
I'm throwing for a loop.
Take your $1, baby.
Give up the $1, Joey.
Fair's fair, man. Put it in our big tub of change, baby.
That's his lucky $1.
That's what, you know. There we go. There we go. Good sport. Good sport. Yeah.
Good. It's
All
good.
right.
Good job.
We're proud of you, Hermes.
I'm never gonna play again.
I haven't played this in years, man.
But you still remember your patterns and shit, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what I noticed. I'm coming up with all these games like, ooh, I know I used to play Shinobi.
Centipede. How about Centipede?
Yeah, dude, it has a different, it has a ball that we put on for Centipede.
You do have it?
Yeah, I want to check it out. That's one of the first games I can remember seeing, one of the first arcade games. They had it like at Sears next to Frogger.
Frog. I used to have the little video game for Frogger, like the miniature.
Little portable gimmick?
Yeah.
Little info about this poster because it's special. The SpiderMan movie poster. This is worth some bucks because it's a recalled poster. They put this movie poster out and he's got the reflection of the World Trade Center in his eyes on his mask. They recalled it. Put all the posters out without the World Trade Center because it happened around 9/11 and it was a touchy subject. So I have one of the original posters with the World Trade Center in his eyes. If you look at this anywhere else, because you'll see this picture a whole lot, he doesn't have them. Check it out.
Very cool. And also remember the very original trailers had the World Trade Center towers with the webbing in between the two of them. Like the actual video or like the motion picture trailer.